of you guys aren't just professional acquaintances, you guys aren't just clients, but you guys are also friends. So 10 years ago, 2008, Dr. Mike and I had partnered up in a few different ventures, and we had just, in 2008, started our network marketing partnership in a previous company. You guys all know that this is sort of my counterpart when it comes to the product and wellness side of things. But nonetheless, it was me and Mike, we were roommates, and that was a year that I was still dating Melanie in long distance, and Melanie had sent to my room at the Radisson, she had sent roses as kind of a romantic gesture when we were dating, and there were like rose petals, and Mike's like, whoa, this is really like, whoa, what's going on? This is really romantic. And we said, and we started joking around that it was for us. And that was how we started with the, hey, next year you bring the bath salts, I'll bring the candles, and make sure you bring the Kenny GCD. So in this basket, you'll find, again, the bath salts, the romance kit, the candles, and you'll find a Kenny GCD that has been sort of photoshopped. It says the greatest bath time hits. So again, that's the inside story. And again, it's been a wonderful journey, now nearly a decade with Dr. Mike. You know, again, I can kind of pick so many snippets to share about this wonderful man and his family, but the one that stands out in my heart the greatest, the one single gesture that really defines his character and really representative of his whole family is, you know, my transition right before Yoli. We had built a great business, we were doing very well. Dr. Mike was a major leader in my previous company. And we know in hindsight it was God doing his will. God was really just kind of nudging me in a different direction. But at that time, it didn't feel like that. I felt like the rug was pulled out underneath me. Business was essentially robbed from me, and I was devastated. There was just a lot of just hurt and anguish and betrayal. And you know, it was a very chaotic time. And that first day when I found out that my partnership in my previous company wouldn't work out, you know, there was a lot of speculation and a lot of rumors and a lot of vicious gossip that was being shared. But amongst all of that chaos, one person gave me a phone call that day, and that one person happened to be Mike. And what Mike said to me, even despite having a very successful business and being well-loved and well-established in that organization, there was no problem. Nobody had an issue with Mike. They, if anything, they probably wanted Mike to stay. They're like, Daniel, you go, Mike, you stay, right? But Mike gave me a call, and what he said to me on that phone, again, I will never forget. He says, bro, I don't know what you're gonna do next, but wherever you go or whatever you do, I wanna go with you. And that's the type of loyalty, commitment, and integrity this man and his family represents. Kanoi, the family, again, I don't think Hele was even born when we first met. That's how crazy it was. I remember Mike, when we were at the office, and Mike announced me, we're having baby number 3, and we were like super excited about that. I think they had plans for what, like 5 or 6, and then it just turned into 3. But nonetheless, I've gotten a chance to watch these beautiful kids grow up, and it's just been an amazing journey. And like I shared a little bit earlier, my heart is sort of conflicted, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be happy for the family, and I really do, and I am excited and happy. I know you guys will do amazing things in Hawaii. I know the kids will enjoy it. I know you guys, again, God is probably working through you guys to do greater and bigger things. But the selfish part of me is like, don't go, change your minds. We want you to stay. But I know with technology, and obviously it gives us all an excuse to take a trip to Hawaii.
Let's go.
You know what I mean?
Southwest.
Hopefully Dr. Mike will organize a Yoli health retreat, and we can call it all deducted as a business expense.
Yeah.
A business expense. 1 hour seminar, 4 days of playing. The Yoli way.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, guys, again, I just want to thank you guys for everything. Not only obviously the business partnership, but the friendship, the way you care for our family, our children, the way you guys love us. You guys know I love you guys to death. And man, I do have to admit, in the chaos of organizing all this, I forgot to bring my projector because I had a slideshow set up for Dr. Mike and his family, which I'll send you guys the photos. But oh, really? Okay. But as I was playing we were looking for a playlist, and I was playing a playlist on Spotify. I don't know what it was because it was playing in the background, and as I was looking at the photo, like I was getting really emotional. I'll be very honest with you. Seeing the photos of the different trips. Again, I know you're still gonna be on the trips. I don't know why I feel like it's like we're never gonna see you again, but it just feels that way. So anyways, guys, thank you guys for everything.
Dr. Mike, I wanted to thank you. For a while before I wound up in your care,
I saw several doctors, and like I told you before, I showed up to your office at times that they'd all kind of shrug their shoulders and be like, well, could be, couldn't be, we don't really know. And from day one, you told me exactly what was wrong with me, and you even gave me a time frame and to allow me to be able to walk again, because I was just thinking back to how I was limping and not even able to walk right when I first showed up to your office, and now I'm actually able to start running again, traveling, and on our way to conference, I was just like, oh man, like this is, like I feel great. And I remember the year before, I was kind of telling her, you know what, maybe we should just turn around because it's really hurting. And I mean, you give me my life back, and I can't thank you enough for that. The fact that I'm able to move around more and do more instead of just laying in bed all day feeling sorry for myself. So I strive to be as great as you are in that aspect for healing people. And again, I can't thank you enough, you and your family, for everything they've done for me and for Tiffany.
Dr. Mike and my family, oh my goodness. Our family is really so grateful to you guys, you know. In 2015, my father-in-law was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. They put him in hospice. And then when we went to visit Dr. Mike, he said, he has another 50 years to live. I said, oh my God, that's hope. And it has been, he's cancer-free now. It has been over 3 years, and he's still doing well. We were forever be grateful to you guys.
When we know that you're living, we heard that you're living, we were all sad, our family are sad. So it was emotional on our part, but I want to let you know, Dr. Mike, that you saved the life of my dad. Thank you, and I'm very supportive wife. So every time they go there, we ask. If I'm not there, I ask, but how's Dr. Mike? It's not just the condition of my dad, my parents, my auntie, but we also ask you, what did he say? So we talk. We have our own in-house meeting. So it's not just what you, whatever treatment you did, but it's also your emotional presence. Thank you very much. We love you.
Unbeknownst to you, when we started with Yoli, everyone in my family transformed their lives. Lost all the medications, got energy and all that, except Robert, my husband. And one day, a few months after we started with Yoli, Robert goes, I want to experience what you guys are experiencing. I want to feel better, and if I can shed at least half of the 10 medications I'm taking, now I would consider myself very successful. And I said, Lucille, please help me stop Robert from taking Yoli. We do not know anyone who's on dialysis that's taking Yoli. So please help me find this Dr. Mike that's on the video. So Lucille was like calling everyone, and finally I found them on Yelp. Yes.
5 stars.
And then I go, Dr. Mike, can you, I need to have you see my husband because he wants to start Yoli and he's on dialysis. And he goes, okay, you can make an appointment with the office. I said, no, you don't understand. He said he knows where my boxes are and he's gonna start right now. And he said, okay, fine, come to the office tomorrow at 2 o'clock and, we'll see him. And we went there and he did all these tests on my husband. Oh my God, I'm shaking. And I go, okay, so Dr. Mike, what happened? He can't be on Yoli, right? Tell him he can't be on Yoli. And Dr. Mike goes, why not? He should be the one who should be taking Yoli more than anybody else. So thank you so much. At that point, he was really bedridden, really gray. I don't know if you guys have seen anyone on dialysis. Most of them are already gray. So now if you go to Robert's dialysis center, he's the only one normal looking because of Yoli. In color. Yeah, and he was bedridden for 7 days a week, and now he had dialysis this afternoon. Thank you again, Dr. Mike.
So, Dr. Mike, the last time I went to his office, he laughed because I walked into his office with a sling on. And so for some of you that know my story, I've had 5 surgeries in the last 3 years. Being a college football player, and then a professional dancer, I really beat my body up. And thank God for Yoli and Dr. Mike. Those 5 surgeries, each one, my recovery time was cut in half. And I can honestly say, at age 56, I'm better now than I was 20 years ago. So it's all thanks to this man and the knowledge that he has. And I just want to also say that I'm kind of a chiropractor-holic. You know, knowing that Dr. Mike is leaving, he left a big hole in our hearts and our team too. I think we have 25 people from San Diego that come up and see him on a regular basis. But I just want to say that, you know, in 1987 when I applied to chiropractic college, I really did want to become like a Dr. Mike. And people don't know how much value they get from him in his practice, because it takes like 6 chiropractors and holistic doctors to equal 1 Dr. Mike.
Yeah.
So, and that's the truth. He does a lot of research. He spends family time really, you know, just devoting to his patients and his family and taking care of us. And but the last thing I want to say is thank you for being there when my mom had triple bypass. So at 10:30 at night, I'm in the hospital after my mom's surgery, and I was asking him like where to put the lasers on her feet to get her kidneys working again, because she was on that edge of not making it. I mean, fine line of triple bypass. So Dr. Mike was there at all hours of the night, and I just, from the bottom of my heart, on behalf of my mom, my family, and our team, we thank you.
First of all, I don't know if you know this, but my aunt, who's actually been kind of like my mom growing up, has had a lot of health issues. Very non-compliant Filipina.
No.
And so it was very difficult for her to control. You know, she eats so bad, and so finally I was able to convince her to see Dr. Mike, and it so happens that, you know, my cousin lives in Irvine, so it was very convenient for them. But Dr. Mike, I just want to say thank you so much. Just so you know, because you guys are leaving, I've gotten phone calls looking for doctors for her. And I don't know what we're gonna do without you guys here. Although someone else will be taking over your practice, unfortunately, it's not you. And I think she's refusing to go back to that office. So I just want to let you know that it's really unfortunate for myself and the family that you guys are leaving, but I want to wish you guys all the best. And that it's really unfortunate for the rest of our team, actually, because now I can't say, oh yeah, go see Dr. Mike, he's over there. Yes. And hold on, my cousin Olivia just messaged me, I'm so sorry. So this is from Olivia. She wants to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts, Dr. Mike. We're truly indebted to you for your care, wisdom, and love for my mom's recovery. Because of you, she doesn't have to go on dialysis as planned. We're going to miss you and bringing our boys to get cracked up by you. So I wanted to say that. I want to say we love you and we're truly going to miss you. And good luck, and I know we'll see you guys again.
First, we want to say thank you to Dr. Mike, but before that, we actually want to say thank you to Dr. Maria and your father-in-law. Long story short, with our mom, she had stage 4 cancer, 2 years of chemo, and she gave up. She wanted to give up because she couldn't do chemo anymore. We were running out of options, almost like 0 options. And lucky for us, lucky for my dad, he's very tech savvy. He was browsing on Facebook, and he saw Dr. Maria's post, and we decided to check out Dr. Mike. We didn't know he had these miracles. We're not being recorded, right? We didn't know he had these miracle healing powers, right? But yeah, so we decided to go check him out. It was really our last resort. My mom, she was bedridden for 2 years, for the whole 2 years. Could not do anything. Our whole family sacrificed so much for her. And the first day we went in, I remember because we wheelchaired her up. He's on the 3rd floor. We wheelchaired her up, and we had to take the elevator And it was so tough because walking in, she was just brittle bones. And we put our trust in Dr. Mike in Hanoi. And after the first couple of visits, we started seeing a miraculous recovery. And my personal experience was I had quit my corporate career, 10-year career. I stayed home and take care of my mom. So I was very fortunate to witness this day-to-day recovery by her side. And it's one of those things where you see it with your own eyes and you're always there with her. You can never ever forget about it. That's why we're so grateful for Dr. Mike and my mom. She had this crazy recovery. She started referring a ton of people. We should have got like refer 3, get 1 free or something. Or refer 6, get 2 free or something. Just kidding. But yeah, if she was here, unfortunately she passed away. If you guys didn't know, she passed away because she caught pneumonia. But it was just one of those freak random things. But the last 11 months of her life when she started seeing Dr. Mike was, I think we would have to agree, the best 11 months she's ever lived. And to be able to witness it, to experience it, and the overwhelming support of the Yoli family, we're just mind blown. And because of everything, you guys have impacted our family's lives and our futures, because now we're here just to carry on her legacy of sharing and helping people.
And thank you, Dr. Mike, for always educating us, whether it's been in person or on a podcast. Dad was the fanatic, or still is a fanatic over you, and we actually consider him a doctor at home now because of that. And thank you for creating such a loving, welcoming community in your office. Because when Mom got really, she bounced back, before she left the house, it wasn't, I'm gonna go see a doctor now. She said, bye, I'm gonna go see my friends now. And it was so amazing because being so sick, you feel really alone. So that meant the world, and it's one quick story that I'm incredibly grateful for. So growing up, Mom always asked me to go shopping with her. Whether it's for clothes, because I had to go out for color, or because just grocery shopping. And I would be pushing the cart, and every now and then I'd see something like a snack or something that I like, I'd grab it, hide it, right? And then when we get to the register, I'd help her put all the produce and all the groceries onto the belt. And right before the last items get scanned, I throw in my little snack. And it was awesome because she would be stuck. She's like, where'd this come from? But because she's Mom, she would just take it. And I forgot how fun that was. So when she was sick, she wasn't her. But when she did get better, I got to go grocery shopping with her. And just for the heck of it, I surprised her again. And her loving self just didn't mind. And that moment I'll never forget. And it was so worth it. So thank you so much for giving us that extra time with her. Thank you.
To our family, the Oguchi family is obviously very, very important. I know a lot of people have been saying a lot of things about Mike, but obviously Kanoe is the real magic. And now that they're gone or leaving, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a secret. If you want to get a hold of Dr. Mike, you gotta get a hold of Kanoe. If you want him to show up anywhere, that's what you have to do. And we figured that out at one point. And through that, we became really, really good friends. And they became family. These are my niece and nephews over there. I got a bonus mom, bonus dad over there as well. And these guys continue to get us in trouble every time we go on trips. We have our annual pool parties. And she loves what you love?
Going to ranging waters. I am not done here.
Our tradition. sure Leslie will talk about it in a second, but he helped Leslie's mom as well. So many people. I was gonna try to keep it light. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about anymore. But we are so, so grateful for everything you guys have done and everything that you guys will continue to do over there. This is just the beginning. We know that everyone else here. You're gonna continue to help so many more people. And we're so blessed that we were able to spend this short time physically with you guys. But the beauty is, as Daniel said, we're always gonna be close. We're gonna force you to go on the trips with us. We're always gonna be hanging out. I'll bring some more curry pie. But that's what I do.
Get these hands to talk.
Okay. I would have to say, of course, aunts and uncles and cousins. I don't know what I would do without them. They're aunts. Thank you. Well, I guess what she's trying to say is, we love you. And thank you for adjusting
Hey, I know what all this mushy stuff is. Tell you guys a little bit about Kanoe and Dr. Mike. So, Kanoe, actually, a long while back, this is how super cool and like literally sister she is to me. I don't know if you remember this. You said, I want you to write down a list of qualities of what you would want, you said this, to marry. And I wrote it down. And she said, you won't find the right partner until you write every single one down. I said, I'm gonna do it. And so, I wrote it down. And I could have sworn I had tall on there. But you know what? Sis, 99 out of the 100, no problem. Right? I know. I actually don't know how it took that turn. Anyway, I feel very sorry for you guys now that you're leaving because you're gonna have all of us visiting you. So I hope that you're ready to accommodate. No, but I mean, in all seriousness, these two are just incredible. They're like relationship, family, life, and spiritual goals for the both of us. And Dr. Mike, just to let you know what kind of person he is, my mom, after she had survived her cancer, was going in for treatments and she would come back home in total shock. And I'm like, what happened? She'd say, they did not make me pay. How come you did not make me pay? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I keep going and they don't charge me. And he said he only wants adobo and lumpia. Mom, let's just bring him adobo and lumpia. So, that's the kind of guy he is, and he gets excited, just so you guys know, over curry pan. So you want him happy, bring him curry pan and lumpia. But gosh, the journey is, I don't know what to say. Like, it doesn't end here. It's weird for me to talk about all the awesome things, but thank you for always being there. And I mean, they've been there for us in every way. Like, before my wedding, Kanoe hooked it up with some lipo milk so I could fit into my wedding dress. I'm just saying. It totally works, guys. 1 inch or 2 inches off in like 6 sessions. No. You guys must come on all the trips because I happen to get injured on every single one, and this is why this has not healed yet because you weren't there.
Your fault.
It's totally your fault, Dr. Mike. I know, but our Raging Waters tradition has grown and grown, and I hope that we can continue that even in Hawaii, right, kids? We're gonna do that in Hawaii. Yes, Hawaiian Waters. Yes. What is it called? Is it really called? You're so lying. It's really called Hawaiian Waters?
I'm down.
Okay, so she's down, she says. But
It's gonna be fun. I haven't been there for years.
for being in our lives, being a part of our wedding party, so intimately being involved in all the planning and the execution.
and just for being there whenever we're all physically broken. Like fixed us in every single way. And we can't wait until we have the opportunity to repay you in our own way. I might not be a chiropractor, but I can sure sing with your ukulele. So even if it's through music, we'll go ahead and do that. But we love you. We wish you the best. This is not the end. It's just the beginning of a new chapter in your lives. God bless you.
So, let me tell you guys a story. I'm keeping it PG. G. All right, so I would say when we first went to the mansion, the Yoli mansion. So the Yoli house. If you guys have been there, they usually have outside. They have like a fire pit. So the group was like, we were telling bad jokes. I mean, dirty jokes. So you see Dr. Mike and Daniel sitting on that side right there. By the end of the night, they were sitting next to us. Now, and then I'll never forget this because Dr. Mike goes, Carl, my ears are forever scarred. And you know what's funny, because there's so many things that I will never forget. Like, Suzette made me kolohe. Kolohe means, restaurant. And Dr. Mike asked me, because he noticed that I drink cow's milk. And you know, he goes, Carl, why are you drinking cow's milk? Are you a cow? So no, I don't know if you guys notice this. Every single time Dr. Mike speaks at the crowd or there's a training, he would always pull a joke on me. And it's recorded. Every single time I listen to the recording, he always says something about me. I guess that's his way of paying me back. But yeah, Dr. Mike, you guys are awesome. My wife has never been to Hawaii, so we are inviting ourselves now. Now he won't be surprised. We are gonna go visit. Of course, we will notify you first. But one day before. And because we hate for you to leave, but I know there are things change, and for the better, I'm sure. So we're gonna miss you, but I'm sure it will just, our friendship. One thing I enjoy is our friendship, and you guys have been so kind to us and to all of us, I would say. So, and we just want to, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We love you guys. Thank you.
All right, Dr. Mike, Kanoe, the first time I saw you guys was, of course, back in Signal Hill, those days. I remember just in awe of all of the knowledge. I mean, the thing is, for me, I never really had curiosity in health, but when I saw you guys explain in layman's terms on how we get better now, so much in knowledge in terms of that aspect of getting better, and I was like, okay, I think maybe this is it for me. So really, with Daniel's help, opening me up in the industry, and you opening me up in the health and wellness industry, it really helped me solidify my decision to want to go ahead and pursue what I am today, and what I'm accomplishing. So really kudos to your mentorship and just your vision, because you believed in me and you at the same time, you opened my eyes that there's definitely an opportunity here, not just for the business, but really to help people. That you empowered us, like you don't have to be a doctor, basically, to help people. And for me, that's huge. And being able to be a blessing through your mentorship and through your knowledge and wisdom is definitely priceless. So thank you guys so much. More of a reason for me to go in Hawaii. I haven't been, so 95% Filipinos right in your town where you guys live. So definitely want to go ahead and visit you guys there and build some people over there. So thank you guys so much, Manali. Thank you, and I love you guys.
I don't have much words, so I actually just wanna, because I'm gonna cry. I know, there's no crying in baseball. Coach. Oh. So I got Dr. Mike, in the ground. Just open it. Well, they said that the pictures. Pictures are worth 1,000 words, right? And it says thank you, and it says here, Dr. Mike, you made such a difference. It is so deeply appreciated. Forever grateful with tons of love. And it's our picture. So this was our first year, my first conference where I almost flaked the night before. And you both were so kind and still took a picture with me. So that's the before. I'm shaking, oh my gosh. Yeah. And then this was a year later. And so I just want to thank you because even prior to Yoli, you were just always so down to earth and just so willing to give and teach. And I hope everyone tells you this already, but everything you teach just sticks with us, and just let us be carrying on and pass it on to everyone else. So I know I haven't been to your office personally, but everything you've taught has really walked me through those times that it was just so hard to get up. So thank you. I love you guys so much, and this is, gosh, we're gonna see each other more, but it just, when they say profits never what is it, valued, appreciated, and I think it's just, today just makes it so much more real that you're not like an hour in traffic away from us, and that we've got to take a flight to see you in person or these events. So we really truly appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. With or without network marketing, you are loved and we love you. And gosh, thank you guys so much. You constantly just represent with family and you name it as a whole. It makes such an impact to all of us. And I know you kind of see me, Leslie, and Emerson, you saw us grow up, and it's so nice to we take on everything that you've taught us, and you, Daniel, and so forth. So thank you guys. Oh, such a mess. Way to go, sister. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, one or two more. 10. That was quick.
Thank you, Dr. Mike. You have really impacted my family, and you gave me my husband back, and I am so appreciative for that, and that you inspired him to get up and inspire more lives and transform more lives. And thank you so much for putting up with my many, many, many questions when I see you, and just know your inbox will be full of many, many, many more. And we're really excited to see you guys in Hawaii in September. And I just want to say thank you so much for you and your family, and seeing the kids in the office. It's amazing, and it's truly transformed our family. Thank you so much.
Well, I will see you in about a month. Huh? No, just kidding. Yeah, it's the adventures that we've had with Daniel and Mike, and it's been unreal. I don't even remember the first day. Everything is just a big blur. especially when you're having so much fun, things pass by so fast. It's just unbelievable. And then sooner or later, he's gone. And it's so weird because it's like when you're in backyard, it was, wow, you're there. Now you're going back home, which is awesome, by the way. But still, it gets me excited because it brings something that home or Hawaii never had you for like 20 years. So it's like, it's gonna be an amazing trip. I don't know if Hawaii's ready for you, bro. I really don't know because I guarantee you when you go back, you're gonna be making your own waves. And these are kind of tsunami waves that gets the sirens going, not because of a push-button mistake, but because it's because Dr. Mike's gonna be there and Kanoe on your side. And having your 3 kids there is gonna be a blessing. They're gonna learn how you grew up as a kid, how you both grew up. And I just see all the pictures that you guys have growing up in Kamehameha, where you guys are classmates first and became soulmates. And it's amazing the trip that you guys have done. And that's something that I think you're making the biggest sacrifice, obviously, for you guys is to leave here and to give that to your children so your children can go through and experience what you guys both went through. That to me is priceless. It really is priceless. They might not thank you now because obviously their friends are still here, but as they get older, I guarantee you they're gonna thank you because you've given them a life that you only have to be born and raised in Hawaii to understand that. I'm just kidding. There's a few of us, yeah. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts. My parents, they couldn't be here. They got small kind of sick, but I think they got it from Ruby. I don't know. Just kidding. I want to bring my sister right after me, so that's okay. She gets her own things too. But really, want to be, our family really thanks you guys a lot. I miss giving kids Lego for Christmas every year, but that's a tradition we're still gonna have to carry, even though whatnot, right? He's like, yup. But it's seriously, you've been a blessing to us, and I'm just grateful that the people of Hawaii will receive your blessing, and I can't wait to see Hawaii hit the top 10. And as far as careful, Mike's coming. So we're very grateful, and like I said, I know everybody here is super sad that you're leaving, but it makes the event so much more sweeter. Now you can't miss these events because if you want to see Dr. Mike and his family, you gotta be there, which is gonna be a huge thing, and I make sure he goes. So, Ruby, what did you come down to, Ruby? Yeah. Come, talk story.
How's it? Okay, all the pigeons can come out right now, yeah. I'm super excited because home is gonna be even so much. It's gonna be wild back home. And I already promoted you guys and said, oh, the #1 doctors, they coming home. 808, watch out. But I really want to say thank you so much for being part of our lives. I think the biggest memory that I have of you guys is 1, our wedding, but 2, also with Mike, the time when we went to Jackson Hole. Yeah, that was a trip, yeah. Because we were like, what? We're going to Jackson Hole? What are we going to do over there? There's nothing. And then we're just like, what? Horses? Okay. But you know what? It was, I think, when I sat down and it was you and I and Jen, and we stayed back and everybody went to go ride horses. And we're like, cool, peace. I was like, yeah, I got bucked off. I'm all good. But I think the best part was we were just mingling and we were just talking story and just, I got to really kind of know you a little bit more, and it was just that, it was like, Hawaii kind of style, yeah, just talk story. But I really appreciate everything that you guys have done for not just only for my family, for us, but I think for everybody here in Yoli Nation, and of course everybody all across the whole world. Like, you guys are famous. Push play and everybody sees you everywhere. You guys are in Philippines, Canada. It's like, what the heck? This is crazy. But I'm excited because Hawaii is really gonna get and truly absorb everything that what you guys have done here. And it's gonna be applied to back home too. So thank you so much, guys.
But Mike and Kanoi, again, like I said, I know 4 years ago, not 6 years ago, when you said, hey, wherever you're going, I'm going with you. I know that was a tough, it kind of like, it was a big sacrifice for you guys to uproot what you had already built, to kind of follow me sort of blindly into this. Hopefully tonight is a small representation of, you know what I mean? This is more than compliment stuff, guys. You know, this is, you've built lifelong respect, admiration, and relationships here. These people obviously highly look up to you. And again, Kanoi, Mike, as a summary, again, this is a true testament. That decision when you said yes 6 years ago to follow us into this newest chapter of Yoli, this all and beyond this wall is the impact that you forever left with these people. And I think hopefully it's more priceless than any rank, any pin level, any income. Like hopefully this is going to be a treasured part of you that always will go with you and your family as well.
Well, first of all, I just wanted to thank everybody for being here tonight. I know you all have busy lives and you all have families, and we just wanted to say mahalo for taking the time and coming out and spending some time with us. And I'm just blown away by the stories that you guys have shared. And you know, when we both moved from our island home, and we were just kids, we didn't know what the future was going to be like. But we knew that God was going to lead us to great things and to great people. And seeing you all here tonight just reminds me of that blessing. And to be part of Yoli and also our office, because there are people that come to our office that don't know about Yoli, or you know, maybe they're not ready yet to accept Yoli. But all of those people that we were able to meet, and all of you, it's just been a blessing, and we want to tell you all how much we love and appreciate you all. So thank you.
I didn't have a training prepared for this. I was not aware. But it's really interesting that we're going to be returning back home 21 years to the day that I left, like literally exactly in that time. And I was sharing with Kanoi on the way up. I said, you know, when I left Hawaii as a just graduated senior from high school, like you said, I had no really high hopes and aspirations. My highest dream, believe it or not, was I wanted to become a manager at McDonald's and then play music at the hotels at night. That was my highest hopes and dreams. And then, you know, you guys know my story. My grandmother passed away when I was a junior. And then all of these things started falling into place. And I really do owe a lot. I mean, you guys also know my story with Bruno Mars. I really owe that guy a lot because he taught me how to dream and to think really, you know, bigger and beyond, and you know what we were exposed to. And I looked at what I needed to do, and we gotta, you know, sometimes we look at the things that we need to do as far as what we think we want in life. And honestly, like I said, I really wanted to just do music, and doing health wasn't on the radar. Until, you know, like I said, your passion and your true calling will always find you guys. You know, I know a lot of you guys in here have been touched by, you know, all the stuff that maybe I've trained on and done in the office, but it's really just a testament to the people that have blessed my lives. You know, my parents, my in-laws, my aunts, uncles, my mentors in school, all of those people, they just poured themselves into me, and all I am is just redirecting that into you guys. And so, you know, the last thing I want to say with everybody is, you know, if you guys have been touched in anything that I was blessed with to bless you guys, is just go out and bless others. Because you guys become the conduit to help the next person that what I always say to you guys, remember, is you guys could be that person that may have told me that I could help my grandmother. You know what I mean? So that's what I always have in my mind is, I don't want to be the person that kept that from a person like me and my family. And that we have to go out there and bless the lives of others, you know, and just to hear all of you guys' stories is pretty amazing. And honestly, when Daniel and I, we have this long time running joke, besides the bath salts and Kenny G, is we always will meet at Norm's. And whenever we have some type of business thing going on, and we sat down at Norm's and we were going through that time and asking, you know, what are we gonna do? So it was either skincare or this thing called Yoli. Skincare was way more popular. It was the in thing. And Yoli had just started. And I took a look at the ingredients. I said, yeah, this is great stuff. But what really resonated with me is something kept telling me that this is something that we need to build, because you guys remember that movie, Field of Dreams? I kept hearing that voice. If you build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. And I didn't know who they were. And I look around this today, it's you guys. You know, I had no envision upon the impact that we would have just, you know, in this room, worldwide. You know, I mean, when we were in Utah filming that crazy alkali video, I mean, that video that you guys see was actually a dress rehearsal. We were just, Daniel and I were just fooling around, and they cut that, and, you know, that went out to everybody, and that's what you guys have seen. And you guys have become touched by that, and, you know, that makes me feel fulfilled, you know, because like Daniel said, for me, it's beyond the money, it's beyond the recognition, it's seeing just that one person. Because if I can touch the lives of one person, I've done my job. From our family to all of you guys, we thank you guys so much for being a part of our family and blessing our lives in more ways than you guys know it. We are going to be in Hawaii. You guys know how to find me. I'll be underneath the coconut tree with a table on the North Shore, so you guys can find me there. All right, guys. Aloha.